In today's video, I want to share with you how to create a preset on the RED Komodo. This will allow you to save just about any camera setting to a menu shortcut to be able to pull up for later. Now, this camera is awesome. It is my favorite camera that I've ever worked with and ever owned, but I think it has one major flaw, and that is that it's capped out at 40 frames per second in 6K. And so in order to get a little bit more slow motion and some higher frame rates, you have to crop in on the sensor and shoot in 5K or 4K to get 48 frames per second or 60 frames per second. Now, this is a huge buzzkill on a verite style documentary shoot, having to be able to go through the menus and change the frame rate, change the resolution, and honestly being able to kind of navigate that menu tree. The menus are not bad on the top screen, but it just definitely slows you down. And this preset function is going to help circumvent all of that. With one tap of a shortcut, you can pull up a different setting of frame rate and resolution and be able to switch back and forth really easily. I'm pretty sure that it's the exact same procedure on the original Komodo as it is the Komodo X, but I'm going to be showing you how to do this on the original Komodo. For those of you that are new around here, my name is Riley, and I'm a documentary filmmaker that likes talking all things filmmaking and creativity. If you're someone that's into documentaries or making films with small crews, then you're in the right place. Consider subscribing and following along. All right, let's get into it. All right, over on the RED Komodo, you're going to want to dial in the settings that you want to create the preset with. So we're going to go into the menu and go into the project settings. For me, I already have everything set up how I want it on this first preset. I've got it at 6K, 24 frames per second. I'm filming in R3D, and I'm going to film it in ELQ because that's a codec that I use pretty regularly. And so now that those are dialed in, we're going to go back to the menu and we're going to click on this preset option and then click Create Preset. Now, here is where you're going to select which settings that you want to save onto the presets. So all of those project setting presets I had, I'm going to just select that. And if you had other preset options that you wanted to go with it, whether that is your audio, you're monitoring something in the image LUT menu, even stuff within system settings and maintenance, you can save presets to, which is really nice. For me, I only want to really access the resolution and frame rate because I don't necessarily know, what my white balance is going to be all the time or what my monitor or audio situation is going to look like. And so this is just going to make this real quick and easy to pull up this particular set of settings. Now here we're going to name the preset. I'm going to name it 6K 24 ELQ. And then we're going to hit OK. Now that's going to create our first preset. So let's say you want to create a 5K preset at a slower, slow motion, higher frame rate. We're going to do basically the same thing here. And we're going to go to project settings. And I'm going to change the format to 5K 17:9. I'm going to hit OK here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the recording frame rate. I'm going to go to 48 frames per second. And I'm going to leave it in R3D and ELQ. And I'm going to go back to the presets tab and I'm going to create a new preset. And I'm going to do the same thing, select project settings and hit OK. I'm going to name it 5K 48 ELQ. I'm going to hit OK. So how do we access these presets? Well, it's pretty simple. We just go into the menu. We tap on the preset option, click in-camera preset, and then you can recall it. So since we're in 6K mode, I will jump into the 5K preset. And now we're at 5K 48 frames per second. And if I want to go back, we just do the same thing. Load up the preset, select which one, and we're good to go. Much easier than having to hunt through the menu tree and change multiple things at once. All right, so I have the RED Control app pulled up here on my phone, and I'm using it as a monitor. You guys have probably already seen this, but what you might not know is that this interface is fully customizable. You can swap out any of these settings and arrange it however you want. And what's nice is you can utilize this feature to load the presets that we just made onto the app. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this live stream option. You just double tap it to pull up a list of available settings that you can program in here. And I'm gonna select preset and add the 24 frames per second 6K preset that we made earlier. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the tile below, double tap it, select preset, and hit the 5K 48 frames per second option. And now I can swap back and forth between these two modes from this main top menu, which makes using the RED Control app even more convenient for me. You can access these items from just about any monitoring mode. And so you can see the presets are right here. We're monitoring with the larger screen. You can go ahead and tap on the 5K. You can see it crops in, it changes the frame rate to 48 frames per second. We can punch back out, and now we're in 6K 24. So I think this just makes the RED Control app way more convenient, way more powerful, and makes it super functional and easy to use. All right, well, that is gonna do it for this one. Be sure to let me know in the comment section below if you found any other cool tricks like this for the RED Komodo. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one.